Dating in the modern world is complicated. Even smart, successful men often make the same mistakes over and over, unknowingly sabotaging their chances with high-value women. Today, we're going to break down the 9 critical mistakes smart men make and show how Stoic principles can transform your approach to dating, confidence, and attraction. These aren't gimmicks or pickup lines. This is psychology, mindset, and Stoic behavior in action. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to stop chasing, start attracting, and communicate like a man of value. One of the biggest mistakes smart men make is over-explaining themselves, whether it's clarifying your intentions, over-justifying a choice, or constantly trying to prove your worth. Over-explaining comes across as insecurity. A high-value man communicates clearly and confidently. He trusts that his actions and words carry weight. When you over-explain, it signals a lack of inner stability, and that is one of the fastest ways to reduce attraction. Stoic advice: focus on clarity, not justification. Speak once, meaningfully, and then step back. Let your actions validate your words. Another common pitfall is seeking validation. Smart men often overanalyze every reaction, text, or compliment from a woman. This constant need for reassurance is exhausting and unattractive. The Stoic mindset teaches you that your self-worth is internal, not dependent on external approval. A high-value man observes signals without needing constant affirmation, maintaining calm confidence. Practical tip: stop checking for reactions. Focus on your own life, growth, and purpose. Women notice men who don't need validation but radiate value naturally. Needy behavior is subtle but deadly in dating. Always agreeing, trying too hard to impress, or overcommitting to someone else's schedule sends a clear signal. You're not secure in your own life. Confidence doesn't come from arrogance, it comes from self-sufficiency and calm assurance. Women are naturally drawn to men who are emotionally steady and independent. Stoic advice: focus on control over your reactions, not control over others' feelings. Lead your life, don't chase approval. Many smart men fail because they ignore her boundaries, either by pushing too hard for attention, intimacy, or validation. Respecting boundaries is not weakness, it's high-value behavior. Women notice men who can navigate desire without overstepping emotional or physical lines. Stoic advice: treat boundaries as signals, not challenges. Observe, respect, and respond appropriately. Smart men often assume intelligence alone equals attraction, but emotional instability undermines everything. Overreacting to texts, becoming frustrated with delayed responses, or showing impatience breaks attraction. Stoicism teaches control over emotions, not suppression. Emotional intelligence: staying calm, observing your impulses, responding with thoughtfulness is far more attractive than raw intellect or charm. Practical tip: pause before responding, breathe, and think like a strategist, not like someone reacting out of desire. Many men obsess over results, trying to force dates, intimacy, or commitments. This outcome-driven mindset creates pressure, which women sense immediately. A high-value man focuses on process over results. He enjoys conversations, builds connection naturally, and lets attraction develop organically. Stoic advice: detach from specific outcomes. Enjoy interactions for what they are, exchanges between two humans, not as a means to an end. Being present is undervalued but critical. Many smart men overthink, check phones, or let distractions dominate their time with women. This shows disinterest or insecurity. Presence communicates attention, respect, and high value. When you are fully engaged in the moment, women feel seen and appreciated without needing to manipulate attention or seek approval. Practical tip: practice mindfulness in social interactions. Listen more than you talk, respond intentionally, not automatically. A common mistake is failing to set standards. Smart men often compromise too early, agree to things they aren't comfortable with, or tolerate disrespect. High-value men communicate their standards clearly and calmly. They attract women who align with their values and repel those who don't. Stoic advice: identify your core principles and apply them consistently. Standards aren't rigid rules, they are reflections of yourself. Some men believe being admired publicly, having women notice them, or showcasing success will automatically create attraction. But chasing validation externally undermines authenticity. True high-value men operate from internal consistency, not external approval. They focus on self-improvement, integrity, and purposeful action, which naturally attracts high-value partners. Stoic advice: measure yourself against your own principles, not others' reactions. Attracting women is a byproduct of personal growth, not manipulation. To summarize, the 9 mistakes smart men make are: over-explaining themselves, seeking constant validation, acting needy, ignoring boundaries, lack of emotional control, focusing too much on outcomes, lack of presence, failing to set standards, chasing external validation. The solution isn't about tricks, it's about internal mastery, Stoic discipline, and conscious action. By mastering these, you become emotionally stable, confident, and high-value, the kind of man women naturally admire and respect. Attraction isn't about impressing someone, it's about becoming someone worth admiring.